It was such an emotional weekend. I mean, I think I cried at least 4 or 5 times a day, all 3 days I was there.
Melissa Gilbert recently revealed a surprising detail about her time with Dean Butler on the classic show Little House on the Prairie. This insight focuses on when Butler joined the cast to play Almanzo Wilder, the future husband of Gilbert's character, Laura Ingalls. Working closely with Butler, Gilbert handled the complexities of their on-screen relationship, a partnership that was crucial for her development as an actress during a key period of the show. Little House on the Prairie offered a sweet, charming look at family life in the 19th century. A major part of its appeal was watching the young cast grow up on screen. However, one of the biggest challenges Gilbert faced was the evolution of her character, especially with the introduction of her future husband. Laura Elizabeth Ingalls, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love, honor, and cherish till death do you part? I do. When Dean Butler joined as Almanzo, Gilbert felt a lot of anxiety. Dressed in the heavy, detailed clothing of the 1870s and 80s, she and her co-stars had to endure long shooting hours in uncomfortable costumes. Gilbert has said in interviews how much she disliked wearing petticoats and pantaloons, preferring to dress like other teenagers her age. In her memoir, Prairie Tale, Gilbert describes her apprehension about Butler's arrival. At 15, she was very aware that her character would soon have romantic scenes. I'm just a 17-year-old girl who happens to be working on a series and who happens to be a celebrity. I'm just like everyone else, she said, feeling intimidated because she had little personal experience with romance. Describing herself as a young, inexperienced teen, she felt unprepared to handle an on-screen marriage. Her emotions were a mix of hope and fear as these plot points approached. While she knew portraying a romantic character could help her explore new emotional territory, the reality of acting those scenes with Butler, who was much older, was daunting. When Butler arrived, Gilbert was filled with mixed feelings: fear, anger, disappointment, and even nausea. She had hoped for a co-star closer to her age for an easier, more comfortable set experience. Instead, Butler was 23, 8 years her senior, and a clear adult. He had an apartment, drove a car, and led a life that was very different from her own adolescent one. The expectation that their characters would fall in love seemed overwhelming and strange to her. She felt like she was being asked to connect with someone from a different world. Despite the initial struggle, both actors were professional and managed the challenges well. Over time, as they continued to work together, their on-screen chemistry improved, and they developed a strong friendship off-screen. Working through those awkward beginnings helped them form a lasting bond. Today, Gilbert looks back on those days with a mix of fondness and humor. The difficulties she faced in her character's transition from girl to young woman reflected her own journey into adulthood. These experiences, though initially overwhelming, greatly contributed to her growth as both an actress and a person. Both Gilbert and Butler have since spoken fondly of their time on Little House on the Prairie. Despite the difficult start, their professional relationship became a true friendship. The history they share on the Prairie, full of both challenges and triumphs, remains a significant part of their lives. They value how their paths crossed and the lessons they learned together, showing the deep impact of their shared professional past. After exploring her early struggles, we see how lasting friendships and new projects grew from Melissa's time on the Prairie. Melissa Gilbert recently shared details about her lasting relationship with the Little House on the Prairie cast, particularly her close bond with Allison Arngrim, who played Nellie Oleson. Gilbert explained that despite their characters' rivalry, they are very close in real life and often text each other. This friendship is surprising given how antagonistic their on-screen roles were. Reflecting on the show's 50th anniversary, Gilbert noted that she was only 9 when the series began, and now at 59. Her connection to the show and its cast is still very special. They were like a second family, spending time together outside of work, at sleepovers, birthdays, and even trips to Disneyland. This real-life bond created a striking contrast to their on-screen conflicts, adding depth to their performances. To celebrate the anniversary, Gilbert is not only looking back on memories, but also reintroducing iconic items from the show through her lifestyle brand, Modern Prairie. The brand, which she is very passionate about, aims to celebrate the show's pioneering spirit while adapting its feel for modern times. Among the items are the show's famous bonnets, updated with a modern flair, and even a sleeping cap, which Gilbert excitedly promotes. The celebration also includes a large reunion and festival in Simi Valley at the ranch where the show was filmed. Fans can meet, share memories, and buy these special items, including bonnets that can be autographed by cast members. This event not only honors the show, but also lets fans connect directly with the Prairie lifestyle it made popular. Gilbert's Modern Prairie brand is more than just merchandise, it's a platform for empowering and connecting women, especially those who are aging. She started this venture because she felt there was a gap in the market that often overlooked the needs and influence of older women. Modern Prairie offers not only products, but also workshops and activities that cover everything from personal growth, like solo travel, to practical skills, like pie making and crafting. This effort shows Gilbert's dedication to building a community where women can support and learn from each other. In addition to her business projects, Gilbert also talked about personal achievements, such as building a chicken coop with her husband, Tim Busfield, during the lockdown. This hands-on project was exhausting but fulfilling, giving her a piece of country life she now treasures. They now enjoy a steady supply of fresh eggs, which they share with their neighbors. Moving from Prairie bonds to Hollywood pressures, we see how Melissa handled the tough standards of beauty and fame. Melissa speaks openly about her personal struggles with body image in the entertainment industry. As a child star on the beloved show Little House on the Prairie, Melissa quickly became famous. Her character, affectionately called Half Pint, was a part of many households, including mine, and the show itself was something I deeply loved. The pressure to maintain a certain appearance is intense in Hollywood, a place known for its focus on physical looks. Melissa talks candidly about the difficulties this caused for her, especially as she grew up in the public eye. From a young age, she was in a world where every part of her appearance was judged and often criticized. This scrutiny increased as she went from a child actress to an adult role model in the industry. In her early teens, Melissa starred in a remake of the film Splendor in the Grass, her first step into more mature roles. This project was a big change from her innocent character on Little House on the Prairie. The new role demanded not only emotional depth, but also physical changes. The industry's decision makers took it upon themselves to change her look to fit a more glamorous adult image. They used girdles, corsets, and makeup to alter her natural appearance, pushing her toward an unrealistic beauty standard common at the time. At just 17, Melissa faced immense pressure to conform. Despite being a disciplined dancer with a strong, healthy body, she was told she wasn't enough, not curvy enough, which deeply affected her self-esteem. This led to more changes in her appearance, including a nose job and breast implants in the years that followed. These experiences highlight the harsh realities of growing up in an industry that values appearance over authenticity. Despite these challenges, Melissa's career thrived. She earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1985 and later became the president of the Screen Actors Guild. Her autobiography, Prairie Tale, details her struggles with alcoholism and her experiences with inappropriate behavior from powerful industry figures. As she got older, Melissa faced the extra pressure of looking young in an industry that doesn't embrace aging. At 54, she decided to stop cosmetic procedures and embrace her natural aging process, a decision she talked about openly in an interview with People magazine. This choice was important not only for her, but also as a statement against the industry's unrealistic standards. Her time on Dancing with the Stars was a turning point. The physical demands of the show and the increasingly revealing costumes brought her body insecurities to the surface again. However, it also confirmed her respect for her body's strength and capabilities. Despite the show's focus on glamour, Melissa's decision to stop dyeing her hair and let it grow naturally was supported by her husband, who encouraged her to embrace her natural beauty. This support was key in her public rejection of typical Hollywood glamour. She had her breast implants removed due to health concerns and a desire to avoid future surgeries as she aged. This was not just a personal health decision, but also a powerful message against the industry's expectations. Today, Melissa Gilbert is a symbol of resilience and authenticity. Her journey from a beloved child actress to an advocate for natural beauty and self-acceptance is not just inspiring, but also a call to action. It challenges the narrow standards of the entertainment industry and encourages women everywhere to be their true selves, free from the pressure of unrealistic beauty standards. Her story is a testament to the strength it takes to overcome the pressures of fame and to find a path toward self-love and acceptance in a world that often values appearance above all else. From Hollywood pressures to personal growth, we follow Melissa as she moves beyond her role as Laura Ingalls and embraces new life adventures. Melissa Gilbert, once known as the cheerful and determined Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie, continues to be a beloved figure even at 60, embracing her role as a grandmother. Her portrayal of Laura, a character always with two braids and solving problems in Walnut Grove, left a lasting impression that remains even 41 years after the show's last episode in 1983. Despite her famous role overshadowing her, unlike many child stars who disappear or try to escape their childhood image, Melissa has chosen to embrace this legacy and still benefits from it today. Born into a family of entertainers, Melissa's path seemed set. She was adopted the day after her birth on May 9, 1964, by actors Barbara Cowan and Paul Gilbert. Her grandfather, Harry Crane, a famous scriptwriter who worked with stars like Laurel and Hardy, Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin, also influenced her artistic world. Around the same time, Melissa's adoptive parents also adopted another boy, Jonathan Gilbert, who would later play Willie Oleson, the brother of Laura's rival, Nellie Oleson, on Little House. Later, Melissa's mother had a biological daughter with her second husband, Sarah Gilbert, who also became an actress. At 9 years old, Melissa auditioned for Michael Landon's new series based on the autobiographical books by Laura Ingalls Wilder. The first book was published in 1932. The series showed the struggles and triumphs of a 19th-century American pioneer family, dealing with everything from epidemics and droughts to personal tragedies like the deaths of children and serious accidents. However, it also had its light moments, with funny characters like the Olesons and the kind-hearted Mr. Edwards, played by Victor French, reminding viewers of life's joys amidst the hardships. Out of over 500 girls who auditioned to play Charles Ingalls' middle daughter, it was Melissa, with her charming gap-toothed smile, who won over everyone, including Landon, who not only created the series, but also starred as Laura's father. Melissa would later recall that Landon's own daughter, who went to school with her, told her at recess that she had gotten the part. Over the years, Melissa never stopped saying how important Landon was in her life. He not only gave her a breakthrough role, but also became a father figure after her own father died when she was just 11. Landon taught her values like the importance of family, community, compassion, and love, all of which were central to the show. In an interview with CBS in July 2020, Melissa said that Landon made the filming environment incredibly fun, describing her decade on the Little House set not as work, but as time at a fun summer camp where she got to wear amazing clothes and shoes. She remembers it as nothing but fun. Their relationship was so close that when Gilbert graduated, Landon was the one who went with her to her graduation party. Her parents were very close to the actor and his wife, and Melissa often stayed at their home, having sleepovers with Landon's daughters. In her teens, she even dated one of his sons and named her second child Michael after him. After Little House ended in 1983, Melissa told Landon she was afraid for the future. He reassured her, saying, "Don't be afraid for you. This is just the beginning." However, While Melissa continued to act, mostly in TV movies, her career never reached the same level as her early fame. She was called the Queen of TV Movies, starred in a sitcom with Rosine Barr in 1992, and even took part in high-profile shows like Dancing with the Stars. Despite these efforts, her career path changed a lot from her early successes. Melissa's story also includes personal revelations like her struggle with alcoholism, which she discussed in her autobiography, Prairie Tale. She openly shared her journey of self-discovery and recovery, offering an honest look into the challenges she faced. Her life off-screen included marriages to Bo Brinkman, Bruce Boxleitner, and Timothy Busfield, with whom she has 2 children.